What's up, YouTube, man? Back at it again, man. Big D and Charlie came back with another story. You knew I wasn't gonna let you down, so I had to hit y'all with another story. But before I start my story, man, let me say this now. I appreciate all the likes. I appreciate all the subscribers, the new subscribers. I appreciate all the old subscribers. I appreciate everybody who's been following this channel, everybody who's been supporting the channel. Trying to get to that 1,000K, man. Trying to get to that 1,000K. So, man, I need uh, more subscribers. If you've been came across this channel and you like what you hear, please go ahead and subscribe. It ain't gonna cost you now Japanese yen. Hey man, let me start this off as I usually started off. I'm gonna have to start doing like shots out from the previous video that I dropped. So that'd be the best way to do it. Then I'm gonna get into this story. First off, man, let me start out with some of my day ones, man. Michelle Baby 24. Hey man, I appreciate that support. Thank you for checking in. Vicious Living, Memphis 10 is in the building, man. Appreciate you for checking in, man. To some of my new subscribers, man. Hey, man. E1EIVEN Currency. NC, North Carolina, checking in, man. I appreciate the love, man. I appreciate that, man. Ron Slick, man. I appreciate you coming in, man. It come from, man. Listen, that's the mission, man. That is the mission, man. I am trying to reach as many individuals as possible, man. And I'm glad that my story helped motivate you to make better choices and decisions, man. I appreciate that, man. It made me, you just don't know. That's one of the reasons why I'm going to get a story today. Hey, man, at DHJ 1843, man. Hey, appreciate you, bro. Hey, man, welcome to the channel, man. Hope you continue to support the channel, man. Share it. Tell a friend that told somebody, man. Come and check me out, man. Subscribe, man. Hey, Backbone. Hey, you know slow talk. I don't even mention folks' name, even their prison name, man. But yeah, man, that's my dog, man. That's my dog, though, man. I still ain't hit bro up, man. I'm gonna have to hit him up, man. Hey, man, C. Kirky, man. Hey, man, thank you, man, for the Thanksgiving, man. And Thanksgiving to you too, brother. Hope you had a great weekend. Hey, man, Arnold Walker, New Orleans is in the building, man. NO, man. Joe Detroit. Was that in Joe? Hey, man. Appreciate that love, man. And I knew that new dance show was Detroit, man. And I had went back and looked it up and everything to make sure that I wasn't tripping. Yeah. Hey, BR4 TV, man. Of course, you always been riding with the channel, man. I appreciate that, bro. You know what I mean? Backbone 076. Yeah, that would have been crazy if he had tried to do that. Though, you know what I mean? Try to suitcase that brick phone. But anyway, let me get to this story, man. So this story right here, man, basically nothing beat the double cross but the triple cross. So you know how you have a friend, somebody that you trust and you have love for, and they bring around a person around you. And so, you know, the tendency of most people is, okay, if this your dog, that's my dog too, stay. Because his loyalty is not to you. His loyalty is to your friend, not so much as you. And this is one of those stories, how this plays out in prison. So actually, Charlie Boy was the one who introduced me to this guy. So the guy that he's introduced me to, I'm just gonna call him by his prison name. I don't care if he catches this or not, because I still feel some kind of way because he tried some sucker stuff. You know what I mean? But his name was Squirrel. So let's start right there. We used to call him Squirrel. He had big old ears like this, huh? He was probably about 6 foot. I gave him 165, 170 pounds. He wasn't a real overly big guy, muscular, whatnot. He played basketball and stuff. Spin this story for you. So, boom. Let's start back. When he first introduced me to the guy, I wasn't really feeling him in the first place. Because, as you notice, that I don't like people who do a lot of always. But he wasn't like the wolfing type, like in the Big Bad Wolf. But he did a lot of talking. You know what I mean? And a lot of time it'd be funny because he liked the joke, and all that stuff. Like Joan and me, you know, everybody got different ways, but you know, jousting, whatever you call it, for whatever city you from. But yeah, he liked to do that. And it'd be funny. I'm not lying, he's a funny guy. You know what I mean? But over time, you know, I can accept a person for their personality if that's who they are. And you know, I used to kick it with the dude, and we end up building a friendship. I consider a bond. I don't make friends easy. You know what I mean? It takes time for me to be able to trust and break down and just consider you as somebody that I can goddamn be friend with, especially in prison. Cause all of them make the same way over a bowl of grits. Well, you know, except the ones you left the street with. So we had built up this friendship, this bond. And it didn't even got so bad because his folks would send him money every blue moon, but packages, not so much. Meaning that you get these free world packages, you get free world towels. And he used to always have like these little small state towels wrap around and stuff like that. And I like, man, you know, that thing is about that, dudes be like, you know what I mean? Because they'll go to the shower with the towel wrapped around them and stuff, and dude be whistling. And I was like, man, my little partner, man, y'all leave my little partner alone. Now, Charlie Boy actually was in the dorm with this dude in the old annex. He met the dude on the third annex. And when we went across the yard and with the E building, well, with the B unit, that's when I met him. It was like later on, a little bit later on, when Charlie Boy actually introduced me to this dude. So, like I said, he had them little bit of towels on, so I was like, man, I ain't gonna let it. So I gave him a couple of my free world time. My people had something, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, this is you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm looking out. You know what I mean? If he hungry or something, I got it. Cool. I break bread. I break bread with him. I'm gonna start right here where all the problems came in at. So they wasn't smoking at the time. At the time, I was on store restriction. I didn't have nothing. You know what I mean? Meaning I can get money, but I couldn't spend the money. So I was in the room with this white guy. You know what I mean? And I'm just gonna call him that. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna put no name on him or nothing like that. But I was in the room with this white guy. And normally the white guy was a country good old boy. He was from up around that area. So remember what I told you, a lot of times they'll look out for him, but he loved working in the kitchen because people wasn't sending him anything. So he did not want to move out the B unit and go to C unit because he was working in the kitchen and he was able to get whatever he needed at the kitchen. Right along with the fact that he had a person that knew his family working in the kitchen. I mean, that it was not an officer, but it was like a kitchen worker. He was like the manager over the kitchen, and he used to break bread with bro. He used to get home like 6, 7, 8 cigarettes, basically a day or every other day. So he was using that for like, you know, get commissary, right along with the fact we both smoke, but we in the room together. Squirrel comes to me one day. Said, man, that white boy still be getting all this stuff in like that. I like, why you, what you talking about? Nah, he in my way. He in my way. No, man, I really got the white man. He was talking about the officer. He was like, I really got him. I really got him, man. But he be getting everything to the white boy, man. I really need the white boy out the way. Now, here's the thing. I know what y'all thinking. Like, either or I'm gonna be good. No, because see, Squirrel got a scheme that he's trying to run that ain't got nothing to do with me. But he want to use our friendship to get what he wants out the deal. Now, I'm cool and I understand that. But the white guy ain't in your way. You are in your way. First off. And secondly is he feeding me. I'm not going to turn my back on with him for you when you on some BS. So you telling me like, first you trying to put it in my head like I need the guy done ran him off. Like they're going to make you get in the door. And I'm not going to get anything out of this. First and foremost, because I already see how you kicking it. See how he is kicking it is. He my partner, but you running behind all the ones that you're afraid of. You're not scared of me because I'm no threat to you, right? Know what I mean? But you're afraid of other people. And I'm going to tell y'all about that. How I know this is a fact. So he telling me this, so I tell him, I like, Shay, straight up, man, you know, the dude in my room, man, you know how I feel about that. She leaving be, you know what I mean, cool and stuff like that. Woo. You try to work your move the way you gonna work your move. And I said, he in. You know what I mean? Right along with the fact, I'm on store restriction. You don't never get no money in. You feeding out the kitchen. Now, when you run your little sandwiches, you don't never come to your boy and throw me nothing. I ain't throwing nothing up in the dude's face, but I'm just letting him know, like, me running him off is not going to be beneficial to me, period. So whatever scheme, plan, plot you got in your head, man, let that go. He ain't trying to hear it. So basically, he goes chit-chatting around the dorm, and it all comes back to me, saying, man, these trying to take the man. I don't care nothing about none of it. You know what I mean? I'm going to take it, and whoever wants to straighten it, can straighten it. So basically what you're doing, you're putting it out there saying, like, you're going to take whatever home got. You're going to run him out regardless of what I said. So if I want to straighten it, I'm going to just have to straighten it. And then one day the dude come to me, Squirrel come to me and say, hey, man, look, I don't care about nothing you talking about, man. I'm gonna have to get rid of that white boy, man. I'm just gonna start taking his stuff. I'm like, no, you ain't gonna do none of that. He said, man, that white boy supposed to be effing. And then you are familiar with the older video. When somebody says somebody supposed to be effing, basically what they're saying that they food, it should be on somebody's plate, somebody should be taking advantage of them. And I'm looking at dude like, damn, my boy. Yeah, like I don't know what's up with you. Let's back this thing up, man. Back to what I was telling you about people that he's afraid of. So, boom, we're on the basketball court. We are playing ball on the court. East Georgia Black is on my team. Go back and see the Big Bad Wolf, and then you'll know who East Georgia Black is. Remember the thing I said about East Georgia Black? He hate bullies. And he hate people with big mouths. That's his thing. He had a niche against that. We are playing. We are actually winning the game. I'm talking about it's not even close. We out there. It's 5-on-5, and we getting these folks to business. Squirrel started woofing, talking at me. Now, this is prior to, wasn't it? But we cool. So I'm not really tripping because it's just basketball banter. You know what I mean? And he just talking really amongst everybody on the court. You know what I mean? Can't hit nothing. He ain't good for real. Yada, yada. Then and then third. You can't hit that. That type of talk. He George Black wasn't feeling none of it. And there was another guy on his team that was saying the same exact thing. Now, this guy that was on the team, he actually was a antagonist in one of my older videos that I had dropped. What's the name of that video? He was a boy, but I didn't know. He was one of the guys from Miller, Georgia, who was jacking on the young man in the shower. But yes, and he was running around to me. I got 3 shanks, 2 locks. It was a thing. I got 3 shanks, 2 locks. Know what I mean? East Georgia Black hit the game with him. Boom. The dude from Miller, Georgia says, damn, man, his side ran on hit. But he just playing because they had a report. He thinking they cool. East Georgia Black turned around and 3-piece this man. Boom. He back up, bust him up. I'm talking about he bust up. He went to leak it instantly. And Squirrel standing right there like, man, why you hit that man like that? He backhand the shit out of Squirrel like, pow. I got a rule. I'll fight with you, but I ain't gonna fight for you. Squirrel struck out. Boom. He went to hollering for buddy, East Georgia Black homeboy. You know what I mean? He's like a big burly dude. He ain't with none of the effery. You know what I mean? He ain't with none of that. But he's you know what I mean? He with the smoke now. He like all that. He go automatically just go holler this man's name loud as possible. Now we on the rec yard. We on the big rec yard. The big rec yard is probably about 3 acres. No, I ain't gonna say 3 acres. I'm like 2 acres. Probably 3 acres. We at the basketball court. This man, the way at the back of the rec yard, he is hollering. He done went crazy. He went to tearing it down. Each Georgia Black told that man, when we get back to the dorm, I'm gonna come in the room. You boy, you been wagging. You ain't wagging mean that you been getting away with too long with that mouth. I'm gonna see what you about. Man, we didn't see that man about 3 days. Each Georgia Black homeboy tell him like, man ain't gonna mess with you, man. It's okay, man. You need to go take a shower, whatever you do. We didn't see Squirrel for 3 days. Forward up now, man. He tells me that. I'm looking like, I said, man, look, I ain't gonna tell you no more, man. Leave that man alone, man. That man ain't did nothing to you, man. You got to figure out your own move, man, which is the right thing to do. He ain't trying to hear what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So, boom. One about workers work ones and two. We smoking and everything. So I told the white boy, I said, listen, check this out. We're gonna start taking some of these cigarettes. We're gonna sell them. We're gonna get us some food. We're gonna get us some commissary in here. He's like, okay, that's fine. Because everything he was getting, he just made sure it was just me. Cause I guess he figured like I'm a target. These guys is not gonna keep going for what I got going on. So he started letting me make the little 1-2 with the commissary. So we ended up stacking up a little stash. So one day we come back in from detail. We walk in now. Well, the white dude, I'm standing out talking to somebody, thinking like a basketball game or something on. They were asking me why I was going to bet on the next game. I was standing in front of the TV. The white guy, he comes back out the room. He looks directly at me. I'm like, what's up? He said, I come back in. I said, what's up? So all my stuff's gone, man. I said, I know damn well. Not only did this dude go in this man locker, he went in mine. Oh, he tripping. Because I had some stuff in them, whatnot. You know what I mean? So the white guy, he sit down. He gets on his bunk. He's sitting down with the head down. He said, man, I'm just going to sign PC because I don't want no problem. I ain't got that much time. I said, no, you ain't got to do that. So I go out there to on the floor. And I asked around, I said, man, who working orderly out here? They called the guy's name, and the one name that I was waiting on was Squirrel. So boom, I go to another guy room. I got a cigarette. He smoked. He always in his room. I said, man, who in my room? I said, man, you know, I ain't trying to get all involved in that. I showed him a cigarette. He was like, you know, shit, I seen your homeboy in there. You know what I mean? Your personnel in there. That's what he said. I said, oh, okay. That's all I need to know. I gave him the cigarette and I bust it down. I said, okay, you gonna cross me. All right. So I go back and put it in the white boy ear. He like, I knew it was him. I just knew it. Well, what we gonna do? I said, hold up. I said, I need you to do me a favor. He said, what's that? I need you to put it out there that he did. He said, what? Put it in the dormitory that you know that he went in your locker. And let me work the other part. I said, man, nothing beat the double cross but the triple cross. Bag this up, son. So Squirrel had a dude in his room from Macon, Georgia. Know what I mean? He was a little short, stocky cat. Know what I mean? He's I ain't gonna call him no buddy because he don't bother nobody, but he with the BS. He from Macon, little short, stocky black dude. Know what I mean? He was telling me, like, man, I don't like that, like my roommate, man. I believe he be snitching, honestly, man, because these folks be letting him move around too much. I don't like that dude, man. I be want to slap the taste out of his mouth, man. Then he be coming back with a little 3-4 cigarette, cuffing like I don't know he got him. Somebody he ain't got that. So, man, I'll just take all this stuff. So I'm like, bro, let's leave him alone, man. You know, man, I'll talk to him. Like, he said, no, that's the reason why I'm spending because of you. Because me and Buddy was cool. And I would also give him stuff like cigarettes and stuff like that, something to eat. I would look out for him when I was up. You know what I mean? But I'm on storage fishing right now. But I still go out there and give him a couple little goddamn pen roll-ups from the cigarette when we break them down. So he was like, I'm gonna spend because of that. I put it in the back of my mind. Because he tells me this here at the same time when home got done running the Q&A about the white guy. So now I know the play. I tell the white boy, I said, just put it in the air. I said, tell the tattoo man. The tattoo man was a white guy. Everybody gonna go through the tattoo man because everybody gonna either want a tattoo. He tells the tattoo man, as I said, him to do. I said, man, give me 2 of them cigarettes. I need 2 cigarettes, man. I don't need 2 full cigarettes. Now the cigarettes we was getting were like the Camels, non-filter Camels, so they be like this long and they be thick like the 100s. They be thick. And I said, give me 2 of them cigarettes. You know what I mean? I said, I need to make a move. And he's like, what, you gonna try to get some stuff to eat? I said, yeah, we're gonna get all that, but right now we gotta take care of this. I said, man, just don't sign PC. Just do what I tell you, and everything gonna work out the way it needs to work out. Mind you, Squirrel, he's standing around, he comes down the steps. When I'm going up toward his room to head to his roommate, he said, hey man, I heard somebody win your locker. I said, hey, you heard that from? Nah, man, just word around the dorm, man. Boom. I keep it pushing. They ain't got back to him. You telling you don't told me that you don't did it. Now, for sure. Now I know for sure, but it wasn't lying because ain't nobody else said anything about it. Secondly is You done, it ain't hit your ears, which is fine by me, because I don't need to hit your ears right now. I go up there here in the room. Boom, boom. I said, hey, bud, which was his roommate. He come out. I said, I need you to do me a favor. Like that. And I had the cigarette in my hand. He's like, what this for? I said, listen, so I'm finna get this dude within a day or two. Probably tomorrow. You know what I mean? Hopefully come back to him tomorrow. You know what I mean? By the day. I said, but if I don't get him the way I need to get him, well, matter of fact, I don't even care. I need you, when he go to detail tomorrow, take everything he got, move it out the room. I don't want him to have state issued, nothing. I don't want to have nothing. I don't want to have no money, no food, no cigarette, no nothing. I want you to take your drawers if you can. He said, man, I got you. You ain't got to say no more. And I gave him the 2 cigarettes. Said, man, you ain't got to give me these here. I said, man, that's you. He like, all right. He went back in the room. I went down the step. When I came down the step, I'm standing in front of the TV. I see him over there talking to a guy. He come back over there. He looking. He mugging like, man, what the hell that white boy talking about? He know I went in the room. I ain't went in there. Man, me and you been cool. I like to hear. I said, yeah, I don't know what he talking about, man. I'm gonna holler at him. I don't even know what going on. Playing now, you ain't stupid. Next day, we go to the kitchen. So in the kitchen, they got this kin room. And in the backside of the kitchen, the police don't hardly ever come back there unless they let the people in or out for detail. But a lot of times they be downstairs when they be letting people in and out. But at the end of the day, the officer gonna be 9 times in the booth. Both of them. You know what I mean? So I did, it played out exactly how I wanted. I looked and made sure the police was sitting there with their feet kicked up and everything, because it's sparse back there, sparse, meaning like only people there's the like the tray room people, and the pot sink people, the dining room people, the people who cleaning up last. I think the line is already gone. I said I'm gonna stay back and help in the with the tray room. You know what I mean, to clean up. Because what they be doing, they be like getting out different sandwiches and snacks and stuff. I don't care. I ain't care nothing about that, but my plan was, because I know he always stays back. I tell the dude, I say, hey, go downstairs and tell the squirrel that the white boy won't see him up here in the kin room. I knew if I had said me, he wasn't gonna come. He bit it. He came upstairs. Soon as he opened the door, he came out his mouth, and then he had another guy with him. So I know their mindset was to jump on the white boy. When he came through the door, I'm standing there. He said, man, where that white boy? I'm tired. I hit him. Bam! Then the shit. He said, oh! He said, oh! I don't know if anybody ever fought somebody who was trying not to fight them. Man, this man stayed on skates and got going the whole entire time. And he was giving me all the hell I can get hell to try to get him to straighten up, to throw hands. He didn't want to do that. He just instantly, and I'm bigger than this guy, way bigger than him. I'm throwing him. He got my arm, he grabbing my leg, he trying everything. So I just went ahead and said, man, this is what you want to do with the knee in him, punching him, throw them in the goddamn, because the kin room, okay, let me explain to you what the kin room is. Kin room is where they keep all the trash cans and where they use to clean the trash cans out. And they like the Rubbermaid trash can, like the big industrial Rubbermaid trash can. Man, we had a real wrestling match, one of those cage match where they have no holds bars, where the people be hitting each other with the goddamn track can and stuff. Man, I throw the man in the track can, man. He landed off in the track can. I kicked him in the stomach. Boom! He crawled between the track can. He bust out the other side by the track can. Track can don't want to fall in everywhere now. You know what I mean? He trying his hardest. I'm punching the dude. He's running. He's not fighting. He's running. Like really running. And one of the time he just closed his eye and throw one and hit me in my temple. Oh man, he pissed me off past pistility. I gave him the business then. Bam. And he fell up against the door. When he fell up against the door, I said, now I'm going to finish. Man, that dude got done slid sideways. And when I tried to grab him, because I see he was trying to run out the kin room. And I tried to grab him like the hand. He pulled away. And he fell, ow, ah. He went to screaming like, wow. And when you come out the camera room, you can look through some set of windows and straight to the booth to see what the officer doing. Officer stand up. He's 10. He went to holler out, but he's running. Now the dude who was with him, when they first walked in, when I first punched him, he said, "Oh, I didn't know this was going on." So he had back out the camera room. When Buddy came out of there running, he looked at me. He said, "Man," he said, "Man, you didn't like to kill the man, ain't you?" I tried. I said, I'm tired too. They got a right name for this dude. They call him Squirrel. Because this way I go here, a damn squirrel. I ain't never seen nobody run as good as this dude was running in them. I don't know, I'm talking about he got a knot on his eye, a knot on his forehead. And he messed up. But he didn't get, well, I want to put my feet on it. I really wanted to hurt this dude because you're supposed to be my friend and you're going to do me like that. You're going to cross me like that. I gave you my mama stuff, my free world stuff to you, bro. You know what I mean? To wrap around your body, bro. I ain't had to do that on the strength of Charlie. And you going to do that? Charlie comes up to the kitchen. I don't know how he caught wind of them. He runs straight up in there, man. It's probably like 30 minutes later. He come in there and said, "Man, what?" And they said, "You don't got doing, knock Squirrel out down here, man. What the hell y'all got? I thought y'all was cool." I said, "Man, that's your boy. You introduced me to that dude." He said, "Man, I thought y'all was cool, bro." He said, "Don't put that on me." He got back to the dormitory and everything played out the way I said. So he get back to the dormitory. Actually, I beat him back to the dormitory because he didn't move. He stayed up there around that booth, walking around the whole entire time. And the police came back and said, "Man, what's going on with him?" You know what I mean? Because he looked kind of, it looked like he got beat up back here. Anybody know anything about it? I don't know. He didn't tell. He didn't tell on me, but he let them folk know that, hey, man, something happened back there. I can't go back over there that way. So they sent everybody back to the, y'all don't need to be in here anyway. He went in the camera room. We had straightened the camera room up by then. You know what I mean? Because we felt like he was going to go back and say something. So we went back to the dormitory. I went in there and stuff, and E-Joy the Black, I'm telling you, he had spread just that fast. He said, "Bye." But they said, "You know, knock the boy out up there." He said, "Man, you should have, y'all see, I'm tired of any boys, man. So running around here, man. I'm glad you did it. I wanted to tell you so bad, but you know how the rules of chain ain't in, man." He said, "But I knew you were going to find out. I knew you were going to get him." I said, "Nah, man, he cool." You know what I mean? I said, "I got something else special for him, though." Like that. So he come back in. E-Joy Black said, "Man, that boy gonna stay in that room so long, you gonna forget about that. He ain't gonna stay in it, don't. I promise he ain't." He come back in now. Boom. He goes in the room. Boom. When he goes in the room, I look at his roommate who was sitting outside the room, downstairs, and I look at him. He like, I see him looking in now. Lockdown come. They go in there for lockdown and stuff like that. When them folk let us off for lockdown at the camp, I seen bro hitting up out the dormitory. Now I take that back. I see him. Yeah, he was hitting up out the dormitory, but he wasn't packed up. He went back to the kitchen. I'm like, "Well, they man down back to the kitchen." He went back to the kitchen. The police come back with him. They packed this man up and moved that man that same day. Same day they moved him to another dormitory. So I know this dude had to be telling something. The folk came and shook my room down. 20 minutes later, I already had moved everything. I felt like something was going on. I felt like that was going to be the move. See, the message is behind this, man. When Charlie Boy told me, "That's on you. Don't try to put that on me," he was right. At the point in time, I kind of felt like, man, come on, man. You introduced this dude to me. And you would think I would have had learned my lesson. That's how I ended up in the penitentiary, because somebody ended up introducing the person to me. And I took that person in on face value because they was cool. And I'm thinking, like, this is my dude, this is my partner, this is my homeboy, these my folk, these my people, or whatever, that we cool too. It's like a brotherhood. That's what I'm thinking. I don't care nothing about your personality flaws or none of that. I'm willing to goddamn take you at face value. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's his friend, not yours. If you got a girl and she bring a chick around you, talking about this is my best friend, that's her best friend. I'm not saying it's not okay to be cool with them. That's her best friend. There's nothing wrong with goddamn building rapport with somebody that's cool with your friend. But if you seeing the flaws in that person not for you, man. Push on, man. Fall back, man. No need of being, don't start hanging around in the close. Don't start hanging around this person because you know that person's loyalty is actually to your friend, not you. You be your own judge of character. Don't let nobody else judge somebody else's character and say this person is a good person. You make that judgment on your own. I don't do that. They can come tell me you the worst person in the world. I'm gonna make my own judgment on that. It might be a person around me that I feel like, hey man, he ain't right. But that's up for you to judge whether or not this person fits your personality. Just always be mindful of that, man. Because on the street, this dude that they don't bring around you, and you thinking like he's cool because he cool with your people. This dude might have alternative motives, alternative thought process, alternative things in their mind. He might not take a liking to you instantly and put you in the cross. Be mindful of that, man. Main thing, man, just stay free. Stay safe, man. Until the next time, man. Big D and Charlie, man. Salute, man. I got some more content coming soon. Thank y'all for supporting the channel. Subscribe, like, share. Like I said, we're trying to get to that 1,000K. Trying to get to that 1,000K, man. And I'm sorry about that live. I'm going to have to do some more studying on this. I'm new to this. I'm a novice. I've been asking people, and everybody got their own take on it. Go to TikTok. Go to Facebook. I'm trying to do it on YouTube, bro. Then I can figure out how to do all this other stuff. You know what I mean? But I'm trying to do this YouTube live where I can go ahead and get, you know what I mean, interact with the people who've been supporting the channel and the new subscribers who coming in, so I can let y'all know what this thing is about. You know what I mean? And I know the last video that we just recently dropped, me and Charlie Boy, wasn't probably up to the expectation of what I want this channel to be. But you know, y'all comment and let me know what kind of content do y'all hope to see in the future. Till next time, man. Salute.